Welcome back to Be Sacred Space. Here we're all about self-mastery, freedom, and co-creating our desired realities. I am the creator of this beautiful, amazing, and lit space. My name is Byanca, but you can call me B, and I am here to inform, empower, and support you in your unique journey. So please stick around. I promise you won't be disappointed. Alright guys, I come to you with another video, and today we are joined again with Chickaletta, which is our just baby chicken that we had rescued, that was abandoned. My daughter wanted to take this baby in, and it had a counterpart, and at first I was just like, let nature do its thing. If it's meant to survive, it'll survive. And so she was really disappointed. And then later that day, I went outside. It was nighttime, and this baby was just chirping. It was outside of our chicken paddock, and so I just felt bad, and I took it. And so then we tried to look for the other one and couldn't find it. So then in the morning, we found that the other chick did not make it. So we just been raising this little chick because none of our chickens claimed it, and so it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but anyways, I felt called by spirit to come on and talk to you guys about what some of us may be experiencing at this moment, which is a lot of like big changes and transitionings, like major transitioning. I know for myself, I just made a very big decision that put me in a place of uncertainty, and there's been a lot of fear and worry that's been coming up with that. And so Spirit just told me that I needed to come on here and to talk about, kind of what we are experiencing as a collective. And so for those of you guys who kind of follow astrology, I'm not no astrology like expert or anything, but Pluto went retrograde and is entering back in the sign of Capricorn, which is all about structures, governments, institutions, businesses, just things like that. And Capricorn's in my birth chart is a big role in my life, and so Pluto came and is doing the absolute most to truly transform it, and it's required me to deal with a lot of emotions, guilt, shame, worry, fear, anxiety, a feeling of being lost, a feeling not being secured, all types of things. It's been quite a wild ride, what has been transpiring in my life. And so I see that a lot of us are going through this collectively, and so what is being presented in our lives is ultimately putting us on the path of our true self, of our true path, what we came here to do on earth. And from my understanding and from my studies and my beliefs, I do believe that we come here, our souls come here seeking lessons and just things to do. So we set these little mile markers and these little events and all this stuff in our lives to propel us to where our soul is ultimately trying to go. And so I feel like with Pluto retrograde, this is a big reminder, like, all right, it's time to be serious about these commitments. And it's been hard. We've been having to face a lot of life-altering questions and decisions. We have been needing to release patterns and cycles and relationships and just places, and we're needing to like surrender not just our ego, but our need for control, our need for knowing. I'm sorry. And so it's a very, very challenging time that we are experiencing. So for me, my biggest challenge is that I've got this feeling, this vision of what was needing to change in my life, and it was not what I was expecting. It kind of shattered me, to be honest. But Spirit said that I need to trust and take a leap of faith and allow it to carry me to this new cycle into this new chapter of my life, the very thing that I have been manifesting, that I've been wanting to create for myself. And so it's sometimes hard because like we have this idea of how we're going to do something, how we're going to get somewhere, and if there is a higher divine plan for it, we have to surrender to the ego, our basic mindset, and allow Spirit to move the necessary pieces. And sometimes that doesn't always look the greatest on our end. We may lose relationships. We may lose our sense of security. We may lose how we once perceived our future. And that can be very unsettling and very hard. But during this time, it's important for us to stay present, to stay grounded, to allow ourselves rest, to allow ourselves compassion, to allow ourselves to be okay with not knowing what the future may hold, which for me is a terrifying thing. I like concrete things. Like, I like to know. I don't really like surprises. I mean, I love surprises, but like, if it's a surprise, if you're doing a surprise, don't tell me about it. Don't tell me about it at all. Let it just be a full surprise. But I don't know. I've always had a problem with like anticipation, and just wondering. So with what we're experiencing, it puts us a lot in the unknown, not knowing what's really gonna happen from here on out. Are we gonna be okay? Is this the right thing to do? What will people involved think of me? What will they think of my decision? Is this the right one for me? Is this the right one for my family? Is this gonna take me where ultimately I need to go? Do I have the ability, the capacity to take this new chapter on? Am I even ready? Why didn't the past, the thing that I'm having to let go in this moment, why didn't that work out? So it's bringing a lot of questions, a lot of things that we have to consider. And so, like I was saying, during this time, we need to learn to get back into the body, to become present, to understand that ultimately where we are going is up to us, and that we do have the final say and decision of where we want to go. It is our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions that will help guide this new transition into this new period of our lives. I don't know why, but I'm hearing spirit say, buckle up. Like, get ready, things are going to be intense. And so that's a good, it's a good intense, but it also comes with its fair share challenges and lessons and roadblocks, but it's blessings, it's wisdom, and it's abundance. And so for me, this is such a scary time. I feel like I'm right in the middle of like continuing to tie up loose ends of what is exiting out of my life, and entering into the new. And it's required me to have faith, to trust in a higher purpose, a divine plan, to trust in my ability to bring in that which I desire, and to allow the circumstances to happen that need to happen to get me there, and to trust that I am strong and I am capable of this. And this is something that we can all continue to take within us. Man, I hope a mosquito did not just get me. Hold up one moment. At this time, it would be important to do a lot of reflection and just inner work. So just kind of really understanding what is transpiring in our experiences, what this is mirroring to us, as well as becoming stable within self. So this means to stabilize our nervous system, to help quiet the mind, to help nourish our emotions and our physical body and our spiritual body, to take time to rest, to not be so quick to rush into the next era, because things will start moving rapidly fast. We're getting into the summer months, so this is typically a time that we're doing more stuff. We're out more, and life is just picking up. So that will be happening, but we need to honor and appreciate this moment that we are experiencing now, like this transitioning from one chapter to another, which is so funny. I've been wanting to talk about this for so long, so I think I'm gonna just add a little I'm just gonna add it right here. So I want to talk about accepting and embracing the different cycles in our life. So there is always a rhythm to life. So there are moments where we are active, when we are in our masculine, when we are doing, and then there are times when we are being receptive. We are not as active. We are doing more of, we are going in more, we are experiencing what's going on in our inner world. So a great time for this is like naturally winter time. We're generally more at home, like, so we're not out like we are in like spring, summer, and parts of fall. So that is also like a season in our lives where there are some times where we are being called to go into our hermit mode, to self-reflect and to see where we are guiding our vessel and our reality. And so it is so important for us to honor these cycles and not to go against what is going on in your experience. So if something is troubling you, and you are being called to take a step back and to reflect, and you're just like, nope, I'm about to grind, I'm about to go hard, I got things to do, you are going against the flow, and you are only prolonging, I don't know if that's, you're only delaying where you're trying to go because you are not flowing with the current, you are not in season. And so we have to acknowledge when we're what our seasons are. And so this happens all the time. One day you can be in the season of summer, being active, being out there, and then the next day you can be in the season like, nope, it's time to hermit, it's time to rest, it's time to nourish my body, it's time to understand what's going on within me and what I am seeing in my outer reality. And so during this time, honor that. If you feel that you are ending a major cycle in your life, all endings always lead to a new beginning. So if you feel like you are ending a huge cycle or any type of cycle in your life, and you don't feel like you're quite in that new cycle, it is time for you to take the time with yourself and to see what is going on in your outside experiences. And those outside experiences mirror what's going on within you. And so if you want to see change, and if there's change happening outside of you, that means there's change happening within you. So what is this change showing you? And so soon, I mean, some are probably in the cycle of being active. And if this is your time of being active, go for it. This is the time of taking leaps of faith, taking risks, doing things that are creative. This is the time of movement. But if you are in the cycle of more introspection, this is the time that you need to be nourishing your body. You need to be paying attention to your health. You need to be seeing what is happening, what you are experiencing in your outer experience, and see what you need to address within you. This is also a time to get clear on where you want to go. What do you want to see for yourself? I do think there are good times, like if you are putting in the work, I think there will be beautiful blessings that we will receive for the work that we put. Especially a huge message I've been getting is the collective community humanitarian work. If you are doing work in that area, it's going to be a good year. It's definitely going to be a good year that's going to set the tones for years to come. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. There were a few messages that I did get that I wanted to give to the collective. And I don't know how I want to do this. And I'm just trying to shoot this video in one take. So we're just gonna go with it. Yeah, so for me, like my connection to what I call spirit, which sometimes I call the divine or source, God self, God, like I don't get caught up in the term of what I consider the higher power. And so for me, it is important to have that connection with my higher power and to continue to build my connections with my ancestors and the guides that I feel are assisting me in this lifetime. And so I get a lot of downloads and messages, and I actually really enjoy doing that. And so I do like when I get to bring messages from my ancestors and spirit. And so yeah, I'm just gonna include it. I should have put it in order, but I just didn't have time, and I'm out here, the kids are watching TV and eating, so I would like to do this real quick so I can go in. And so I'm just gonna read what I have wrote down, so bear with me. So these are just messages that I was told to share with the collective, and there are major cycles that are closing out. Pluto retrograde is doing its thing. Don't fight against it. Allow what is breaking and unfolding in our lives, in your lives, and welcome this new cycle. If you don't like it, change it. Hopefully that's still recording. Yes. Oh, it's still recording. All right. During this time, many of us are having to face our shadows and do some healing around childhood wounds. At this time, we are being called to dig deep within to find our inner strength and face it with confidence. There's a big message of surrendering, having faith, and going with the flow, allowing things to unfold. Everything is pushing us towards our destiny. We're being called to see things from a different perspective, to see things from not just our limiting views of how things are unfolding, but to look at our situation and our experiences non-judgmentally, and to extract the lessons that are being presented to us. This is a time of great change and transformation. It is important for us to have strong boundaries at this time. There is a huge message of lightheartedness, needing to have fun, be playful, to let that inner child out, go to some festivals, some carnivals, get out there and dance, have fun, play. If you have kids, spend time with your kids, get artistic, laugh, do something that gets a real good belly laugh out of you. It's time to get creative, to work on projects and ideas you have. These projects and ideas are a part of your destiny. Many of us are meant to be in service in service to humanity, so humanitarians as a part of our destiny, and that's kind of where we're being called to go right now, is to go more towards shifting the human condition here, which is such an exciting time. Oops, sorry, Chicoletta. Remember, not as all is what it seems. Go within. This is, again, a time to get a higher perspective of our experiences, relationships and collaborations that are in alignment with humanitarians is going to be a huge theme. Networking, collaboration, 11th house energy, Aquarius energy. This is a huge time for those who identify as humanitarians, light workers, I don't know, star seeds, whatever you identify as, whoever doing the great work. Like, for real, this is the time. This is, for some, there are relationships that are coming into your awareness, or your relationships are moving to the next level. So this not only has to do with like romantic relationships, this could be friendships, this could be like partnerships, like things that are really going to elevate you, that's really gonna like get you where you're trying to go, get you to where your aim is, your destiny ultimately. These relationships will either start to come into our awareness or start really blooming. Spirit is giving the green light. It says what you want will be successful if you put your will, if you put your heart into it, and you put the time and the consistency. It's a green light. It's a go. It's a go. So yeah, everything will be successful in the long run. There is message again of surrender, flow, don't force. Mastery and victory is in the cards. It is yours if you continue to move forward. And there is a need for getting in balance, learning to balance between your masculine side of being active, being assertive, and being logical. And then there's times to be in your feminine side where you're relaxing and resting and nourishing yourself, taking care of you, putting yourself first, listening to your intuition, following your heart, daydreaming, imagining, having a good time. During this time, it can feel very uncertain. It can feel stressful and restrictive. You may be feeling alone. You may identify as the black sheep. Situations may seem chaotic, but it's important to weather the storm. It's important to keep going. It's important to keep your head up high. Things will get better as long as you see that as the outcome. If you just think that things are going to get bad or worse, or things are not going to improve, I'm sorry, but you're going to create that. So I know for myself, I mean, I am a worrier. I worry at times. So for me, I have to consciously catch myself and say, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Actually, my favorite affirmation to say when I start worrying about uncertainty is, isn't it wonderful? Everything always works out better than I can imagine. So no matter what I'm imagining, everything has to work out better. Isn't that wonderful? So it works out. Y'all should incorporate that. But yeah, so this is a time to find what is true for you. What rings true for yourself? Is it the environment that you're in, the situation, what you're doing? Where in your life do you want change? Where in your life are you experiencing change? So yeah, don't skip that inner work. Do that time to self-reflect and contemplate and really decide like where you want to put your energy and your efforts at, and what you need to let go. We as humans are hoarders for everything, not just physical stuff, but emotional, mental, spiritual. We like to hold on to stuff. We need to learn to let the baggage go. A lot of us, well, we need to pay attention to our health. Health issues are showing up at this time, so you need to address this in order to continue to move forward. There's no point of receiving success if you can't enjoy it because you're sick or dead. And I know that's a message that I need to take. So I'm not trying to point fingers at anybody, because I know that was a message for me as well. And these are major life changes that we are experiencing right now, and we are moving towards a greater purpose. A scary time, an uncertain time, but it really is what we make it. And so choose to make the unknown, the uncertainty, choose to make the best of it, because nothing is ever set in stone. That we do have the power to change our experiences, not only in our personal lives, but in the collectives. So what are you gonna do? Are you going to embrace this change and allow it to take you where you ultimately want to go? You want to experience happiness, freedom, success, prosperity, love? Or are you going to resist and hold on to that which no longer serves you and be miserable, depressed, anxious, wondering why your life's not changing? This decision is ultimately up to you. And that's the wonderful thing, is that we have this decision that we can consciously make moment to moment. And so with that being said, guys, thank you for sticking around. I never planned for these videos to be this long, but we're just chilling, we're just vibing, we're having a good time, guys. I'm having a good time with these videos, so I hope you are as well. I know you are. I know you vibing with this channel. But yeah, I cannot wait to continue to grow along with you guys. Until next time, take care. And if no one has told you, you are the fucking shit. You're fucking powerful. You're amazing. You are so loved. You are worthy and deserving of all of what your heart desires. You are worthy and deserving of being mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually free. You are such a blessing. I am glad you are here. Thank you for being on. Thank you for watching my videos. Even if you don't like it, thank you for being here. Thank you for existing. Thank you, guys. Seriously, I am truly blessed. I have 7 followers at this moment right now. I'm documenting this now. At this moment right now, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you guys for supporting me. I love you guys. Until next time, take care, everyone.